Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin with a question that may touch the very core of your heart. What would your life look like if your relationship became the safest place on earth? Imagine walking into a room and instead of tension, you feel peace. Instead of distance, you feel closeness. Instead of arguments that drain you, you find conversations that build you. Relationships don't just change by chance. They change by design. They change when one person decides to bring discipline, character, and intention into the daily rhythm of love. And the beauty is, when you change, everything changes. I discovered that transformation doesn't always take years. Sometimes it takes just 30 days of focused habits so small they almost seem invisible, yet so powerful they can shift the entire direction of your relationship. In one short month, I witnessed not just improvement, but renewal. The cold became warm, the silence became laughter, the distance became closeness. And today, I want to share with you the exact 5 habits that reshaped my relationship in just 30 days. Because if these principles could breathe life back into mine, I believe they can do the same for you. So sit tight, open your heart, and let's step into the journey of habits that transform love, trust, and connection. Let me tell you something, my friends. Relationships do not wither overnight, and they do not blossom overnight either. They are built or broken by the little things we do every single day. Now here's the truth. One of the most overlooked yet most powerful little things in love is appreciation. Not once a year on an anniversary. Not only when things are going smoothly, but every single day. You see, appreciation is the oxygen of the heart. Without it, love suffocates. With it, love breathes freely, grows stronger, and lives longer. Too many couples wait until a crisis to show gratitude. They wait until the other person is gone, or until the relationship is hanging by a thread before they suddenly wake up and say, I should have been more thankful. But wisdom says, don't wait until it's too late. Start now. Start today. Make appreciation a daily habit. Think about it. How many times do we notice what's missing instead of what's present? How often do we point out what went wrong but forget to honor what went right? A relationship starves not because there is no love, but because love is never expressed. And here's the principle. Unexpressed love is like a gift left unopened. It does no good sitting there in the box. You've got to give it. You've got to speak it. You've got to let the other person know, I see you, I value you, I appreciate you. Now don't misunderstand. Appreciation doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't require expensive gifts or poetic speeches. It's in the small, consistent acts. A simple, thank you for making dinner. A heartfelt, I love how you handled that situation. A gentle, I'm proud of you. These are not just words. They are deposits into the emotional bank account of your relationship. And just like money, when you keep depositing daily, you build wealth. But if you only withdraw with criticism and neglect, eventually the account runs dry. Let me illustrate. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. If you water it today but ignore it for the next 29 days, do you expect it to grow strong? Of course not. That seed needs daily attention, just enough water, just enough sunlight. In the same way, appreciation is the water and sunlight for the relationship. Without it, the soil of the heart grows dry, but with it, roots go deep and the bond becomes unshakable. Now here's a powerful insight. Daily appreciation doesn't just transform the other person, it transforms you. Because when you discipline yourself to see the good, you train your own eyes to look for blessings instead of flaws. And here's what happens. What you focus on expands. If you focus on faults, faults will multiply in your mind. If you focus on virtues, virtues will shine brighter every day. Your words create the atmosphere of your relationship. Speak gratitude and you create warmth. Speak criticism alone and you create winter. So let's make this practical. Set a rule for yourself. Every single day, I will find at least one thing to appreciate in my partner. It could be as simple as their smile, their effort, their kindness, their presence. Write it down if you need to. Say it out loud. Send it in a text message during the day. Look them in the eye and tell them, don't let a single day pass without adding one drop of appreciation into their life. Some may say, but you don't know my situation. My partner doesn't do much worth appreciating. My friends, if that's your mindset, then you've already closed the door to growth. Because there is always something, no matter how small. If they came home today instead of walking out, that's something to appreciate. If they smiled at you once, that's something to appreciate. If they tried, even imperfectly, that's something to appreciate. Don't wait for perfection before you give gratitude. Gratitude is Not a reward for perfection, it's fuel for progress. Let me add one more thought. Appreciation must be sincere. Empty flattery doesn't build, it breaks. You can't just say words to check the box. People can feel when it's genuine. And when it comes from the heart, it doesn't matter how simple it sounds. A whispered thank you with sincerity carries more weight than 1,000 empty compliments. Now, what happens if you truly make this a habit? Let me tell you, in just 30 days, the climate of your relationship will shift. The tension will soften, the walls will lower, the spark will rekindle, because every day, instead of draining your relationship with complaints, you'll be filling it with life. You'll notice that conversations become lighter, laughter becomes more frequent, and conflicts resolve quicker. Why? Because when appreciation is flowing, defensiveness loses its power. I challenge you, yes, challenge you to test this for 30 days, not every other day, not once a week, every day, even on the days you don't feel like it, especially on the days you don't feel like it, because those are the days when it matters most. Habits are not built on feelings, they are built on discipline, and discipline is what separates those who only wish for change from those who experience transformation. So let this be the first cornerstone habit, daily appreciation. Simple enough to start today, powerful enough to change everything. Start with one word of gratitude, add another tomorrow, then another. Watch how 30 days of sowing seeds of appreciation reaps a harvest of closeness, joy, and love. And remember this truth, love that is felt in the heart must be spoken by the mouth. Don't leave your partner guessing. Don't leave love unspoken. Don't wait for the big moment. The little daily acts are what build the big lifelong bond. So I say to you, begin today. Before the sun sets, find one thing, no matter how small, and say it out loud. I appreciate you. It may be the smallest sentence you speak, but it could ignite the greatest change your relationship has ever known. My friends, let's begin with a principle that is as old as time and as fresh as this morning's sunrise. What gets appreciated gets repeated, and what goes unappreciated slowly withers away. Now think about your own life for a moment. When was the last time someone genuinely told you, I value you? When was the last time someone looked you in the eye and said, thank you for what you do, thank you for who you are? Didn't it feel like sunshine on your soul? Didn't it lift you, even if just for a moment? That's the power of appreciation. It is nourishment for the human heart. And here's the tragedy. So many relationships don't starve because there is no love, but because love was never expressed. Love left unspoken is like a gift left unopened. It looks good, it has value, but it does no good sitting there on the shelf. Appreciation is not meant to stay in the heart. It's meant to be spoken, shown, and demonstrated daily. You see, relationships are built not on grand moments, but on consistent investments. Appreciation is one of those daily deposits that makes the account of love grow richer. Without it, the account runs dry, and when a storm comes, there's nothing to draw on. But when you've built it day by day, word by word, act by act, your relationship has strength, security, and resilience. Why daily? Some people say, oh, I tell my partner I love them once in a while. That would be enough. After all, they know how I feel. But here's the truth. Knowing and feeling are two different things. A thirsty plant may know you have water in the house, but unless you pour it daily, it will wither. A partner may know you care, but if you never express it, their heart will grow dry. Daily appreciation is not about routine. It's about rhythm. Just like your body needs daily food, just like your lungs need daily oxygen, the heart of your relationship needs daily gratitude. Not once a month, not when you feel like it. Every single day. Small words, big impact. Now let's talk about scale. Most people think appreciation has to be grand gestures, flowers, fancy dinners, expensive gifts. No, those have their place, but appreciation is not measured in size, it's measured in sincerity. A simple thank you for making breakfast. A heartfelt I love how you always think of the little details. A quiet I'm proud of you. These are small keys that unlock big doors. Don't underestimate their power. A marriage can survive without diamond necklaces, but it cannot survive without daily words of gratitude. The law of focus. Here's a powerful principle. What you focus on expands. If you look for faults, you'll find more faults. If you look for virtues, you'll find more virtues. Daily appreciation trains your eyes to see the good, to magnify the positive, and to shrink the negative. Too many people live with what I call a fault-finding spirit. They have sharp eyes for what's wrong, but blind eyes for what's right. And over time, their relationship becomes a courtroom instead of a home. But when you practice daily appreciation, you flip the script. You begin to see beauty where you once saw boredom. You begin to notice effort where you once noticed mistakes. And here's the reward. When you consistently appreciate the good begins to multiply. The very act of recognition encourages more of the same. Remember the rule. What gets appreciated gets repeated. The emotional bank account. Think of your relationship as an account. Every word of appreciation is a deposit. Every kind act is a deposit. Every moment of gratitude is a deposit. But every harsh word, every act of neglect, every dismissal, that's a withdrawal. The problem is, most people make more withdrawals than deposits. They demand, criticize, and complain, but rarely invest gratitude. Then when they need support during tough times, the account is empty. My friends, don't let that be you. Build a habit of daily deposits. Make sure your appreciation outweighs your criticism. If you must correct, correct with love, but don't forget to appreciate twice as much. The discipline of daily practice. Now let me be honest, you won't always feel like appreciating. Some days you'll be tired, frustrated, or distracted. But that's exactly why it must become a habit. Habits are not built on feelings, they are built on discipline. When you make appreciation a daily practice, it becomes automatic. Just like brushing your teeth, just like eating breakfast, it becomes part of the rhythm of your day. And here's the beauty, discipline always precedes delight. At first it may feel like work, but soon it becomes joy. Soon you'll find yourself noticing things you once ignored, speaking gratitude you once held back, and watching your relationship transform before your eyes. Sincere, not shallow. Now, a word of caution. Appreciation must be sincere. Empty flattery doesn't build trust, it destroys it. If you say things just to check a box, your partner will know. People can sense sincerity. The power of appreciation is not in fancy words, but in genuine words. If all you can say today is thank you for being here, then let it be real. If all you can notice is one small act of kindness, then honor it. Remember, it's not the length of the sentence, but the depth of the heart behind it that matters. The 30-day challenge. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, every single day, without fail, find one thing to appreciate about your partner. Speak it, write it, text it, whisper it, but don't let the day end without delivering it. Do it for 30 days and watch what happens. You'll notice the climate shifting. You'll notice tension softening. You'll notice laughter returning. Why? Because appreciation melts ice. It opens doors. It disarms defenses. It builds bridges. Closing thought. My friends, relationships are not transformed by chance. They are transformed by choice. And one of the greatest choices you can make is to build the habit of daily appreciation. Never let your love go unspoken. Never let gratitude remain hidden. Don't wait for a special occasion. Every day is a special occasion when it comes to love. So begin today. Before the sun sets, turn to your partner or write a note or send a message and say these powerful words, I appreciate you. They may seem small, but spoken daily, they can build a love that lasts a lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin by understanding a truth so simple, yet so often overlooked. Relationships thrive on recognition, and they wither without it. Appreciation is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It is the fuel that energizes the bonds of love, the sunlight that nurtures emotional growth, and the foundation upon which trust and intimacy are built. Too many people walk through life expecting love to survive on its own. They wait for grand gestures, dramatic events, or monumental moments to express gratitude. But real transformation, real deep connection does not come from the extraordinary. It comes from the ordinary, the consistent daily acts that say, I see you, I value you, I am grateful for you. Think for a moment about the last time someone genuinely appreciated you. Not a fleeting compliment, not an offhand remark, but real heartfelt acknowledgement. Didn't it lift your spirit? Didn't it make your day brighter, your heart lighter? That is the power of appreciation. It validates, it encourages, it inspires. And the beauty of it is, this is not limited to monumental actions. Daily simple recognition has the power to transform relationships entirely. The principle, what gets appreciated gets repeated. There is a universal law at work here. What gets appreciated gets what? As repeated. The person who feels valued will naturally want to contribute more, to give more, to love more. Conversely, neglect breeds neglect, silence breeds silence, and criticism breeds resentment. If you wish to cultivate a thriving relationship, begin with appreciation. If you want to see warmth, encouragement, and love flourish, you must water it daily with your recognition. Appreciation is not something to be reserved for when everything is perfect. It is not a reward for extraordinary effort or perfection. It is a discipline, a habit, a daily choice. Every morning, every afternoon, every evening, there is an opportunity to notice, acknowledge, and honor the good in your partner. That's what transforms ordinary relationships into extraordinary ones. The small acts that matter most. Many people make the mistake of thinking that appreciation has to be grand. They imagine elaborate gifts or long declarations. But the truth is, it's often the smallest gestures that carry the most weight. A whispered, thank you for making breakfast can be more powerful than a lavish dinner. A sincere, I admire your patience can heal wounds that words alone cannot touch. Even a simple smile or a gentle touch, when accompanied by acknowledgement, can create connection that endures. The key is consistency. A relationship is like a garden. You cannot plant seeds once and expect a harvest months later without attention in between. You must water it, nurture it, care for it day by day. Daily appreciation is that water, that sunlight, that steady care. It ensures that love does not stagnate, that trust deepens, and that intimacy grows stronger over time. The habit of daily expression. Here is the challenge. Make appreciation a daily habit, not once a week, not on birthdays or anniversaries, every single day. This is how ordinary couples become extraordinary. This is how relationships survive storms. Daily acknowledgement communicates to your partner that they are seen, valued, and loved. It says, I am paying attention, you matter to me, your effort matters to me. This habit does more than benefit the relationship. It transforms you as a person. When you discipline yourself to notice the good, to focus on the positive, you begin to shift your own perspective. You start looking for strengths instead of weaknesses, for contributions instead of complaints. Your mind becomes a magnet for positivity, and your heart becomes a reservoir of gratitude. The emotional bank account. Imagine your relationship as a bank account. Every act of appreciation, every word of gratitude, every acknowledgement of effort is a deposit. Every complaint, criticism, or unkind word is a withdrawal. A healthy account is rich, strong, and resilient. A neglected account is empty, vulnerable, and fragile. Daily appreciation is the practice of building wealth in your relationship. It may seem small at first, but over time, the compounding effect is enormous. When challenges arise, and they always do, a strong emotional bank account provides the stability needed to weather the storm. The deposits of appreciation ensure that even in times of disagreement, there is trust, there is respect, and there is love to fall back on. The discipline of sincerity. Now let me be clear, appreciation must be sincere. Empty flattery achieves nothing. People sense authenticity. They feel whether your words come from the heart or from obligation. The magic lies not in the quantity of words, but in the quality of sincerity. Even the simplest acknowledgement, heartfelt, carries more power than pages of empty praise. A genuine, I noticed how hard you work today, or I appreciate how you care for our family can light up a room, soften hearts, and create a connection that lasts. Sincerity transforms words into instruments of love. Practical ways to practice daily appreciation. How do you start? Here are some practical steps. 1. Notice. Take time each day to observe something positive about your partner. It can be as simple as their smile, their effort, or their presence. 2. Acknowledge. Speak it aloud. Don't let it remain in your mind. Share it verbally, in a text, or in writing. 3. Be specific. General compliments are good, but specific acknowledgement is powerful. Instead of saying, you're great, say, I love how patiently you handled that situation today. Be consistent. Set a goal to express appreciation daily. Make it non-negotiable. Even on difficult days, speak gratitude. When you practice this consistently, you'll notice a shift. Conversations become warmer. Laughter becomes frequent. Conflicts resolve more quickly. The overall atmosphere of your relationship transforms from tension and frustration into joy, connection, and intimacy. The 30-day transformation. I challenge you to commit to this practice for just 30 days. Every day, find something to appreciate in your partner. Speak it, write it, or demonstrate it. Watch what happens. Over time, the habit of daily appreciation becomes automatic. You'll begin to notice more good. You'll begin to feel more love, and your partner will respond in kind, creating a cycle of positivity that strengthens your relationship in ways you never imagined possible. Remember this, love that is kept silent cannot thrive. Recognition that is unspoken cannot nurture. Appreciation that is delayed loses its power. The moment is now. The opportunity is Todd. Begin with small, consistent acts and watch as your relationship transforms before your eyes. Two, acknowledge. Speak it aloud. Don't let it remain in your mind. Share it verbally, in a text, or in writing. Be specific. General compliments are good, but specific acknowledgement is powerful. Instead of saying, you're great, say, I love how patiently you handled that situation today. Be consistent. Set a goal to express appreciation daily. Make it non-negotiable. Even on difficult days, speak gratitude. When you practice this consistently, you'll notice a shift. Conversations become warmer. Laughter becomes frequent. Conflicts resolve more quickly. The overall atmosphere of your relationship transforms from tension and frustration into joy, connection, and intimacy. The 30-day transformation. I challenge you to commit to this practice for just 30 days. Every day, find something to appreciate in your partner. Speak it, write it, or demonstrate it. Watch what happens. Over time, the habit of daily appreciation becomes automatic. You'll begin to notice more good, you'll begin to feel more love, and your partner will respond in kind, creating a cycle of positivity that strengthens your relationship in ways you never imagined possible. Remember this: love that is kept silent cannot thrive. Recognition that is unspoken cannot nurture. Appreciation that is delayed loses its power. The moment is now. The opportunity is today. Begin with small, consistent acts and watch as your relationship transforms before your eyes. Closing thought. The habit of daily appreciation is not a luxury. It is not optional. It is essential. It is a simple principle with extraordinary results. Make it part of your daily rhythm. Speak it, live it, be intentional about it. And over time, you will witness the remarkable power of consistent, heartfelt gratitude, the power to transform ordinary love into extraordinary connection, ordinary days into joyful experiences, and ordinary relationships into enduring partnerships. Appreciation is not just a habit. It is the heartbeat of love. And when practiced daily, it has the power to change everything.